You have two versions of a contract, two strategy reports, or two policy drafts. You need to know exactly what differs between them. Holding the details of the first document in your head while reading the second pushes human working memory past its capacity. As fatigue sets in, you naturally begin to overlook subtle contradictions. Conducting a true gap analysis requires you to identify what is completely missing from one text, but present in the other. Spotting an absence is inherently difficult for the human brain. Reading side by side pits a slow, tedious task directly against our cognitive limits. Missed details are a frequent byproduct of this manual method. ChatGPT's Deep Research feature was designed with the processing power to address these specific comparison tasks. Standard AI models skim large files. Deep Research reads both documents in full and holds them simultaneously in its active memory. The goal of this specific workflow is to take the hours usually spent on manual cross-referencing and see if we can achieve a similar result in under 10 minutes. Moving the heavy lifting of data extraction to the AI allows the reviewer to focus on high-level oversight rather than the initial line-by-line reading. Let's set this up. To access these capabilities, you need an active ChatGPT Plus or Pro subscription. Open a new conversation. Upload the two specific documents you need to compare directly into the prompt bar. The system needs to read the actual text. Scanned images of pages will fail unless you run a text recognition converter first. Clean digital PDFs, Word documents, or plain text files work best. Before you type anything, you must activate Deep Research from the model options. If this toggle is off, you will get a shallow summary instead of a full analysis. Securing the correct file types and the proper model setting ensures the system has the raw data and processing power required for the job. Next, you need a specific prompt. Typing "compare these documents" yields generic results. Start by defining your variables. Tell the AI explicitly which uploaded file is document A and which is document B, including a brief description of what each one is. First, instruct the model to identify provisions in document A missing from document B. Second, reverse it. Find provisions in B missing from A. Third, look for direct contradictions, where rules in document A clash with document B. Fourth, ask the model to flag any language that is ambiguous or inconsistent between the two versions. Finally, control the output format. Command it to build a table including the specific section reference, the identified gap itself, and the source document. This prompt structure provides the model with the clear parameters it needs to organize its findings into a format ready for business review. Send the prompt. Deep Research requires time to process, typically taking between 2 and 5 minutes to complete its analysis. During this processing window, the system runs multiple iterative searches, cross-referencing both texts to pull the exact data you requested. This table shows the final result. You receive a structured gap analysis, organized by section reference, the specific discrepancy, and the source document. Because both documents remain in the chat's active memory, you can immediately ask follow-up questions to drill into a specific clause or explore a particular contradiction further. Copy this clean table directly into your workflow, turning raw analysis into an immediate, actionable report. AI serves as a powerful assistant. It handles the initial extraction, but human expertise must finalize the review. The system will occasionally misinterpret nuance and flag items as gaps that are actually accounted for elsewhere in the text. Look at this progress bar. Deep Research gets you 80% of the way there in a fraction of the time. The final 20% strictly requires critical human review. For example, the model might flag a contradiction simply because two documents use different phrasing to describe the same underlying policy. The real utility here is speed. The tool quickly surfaces potential issues, leaving you to validate those findings with your own expertise. This chart shows the measurable impact, taking a 3-hour manual comparison and compressing the search phase down to under 10 minutes. Alongside the time saved, you reduce your cognitive fatigue. You preserve your mental energy for making decisions rather than hunting for discrepancies. Whether a strategy lead comparing drafts, a policy analyst checking regulations, or a procurement manager evaluating proposals, the core mechanics remain the same. Mastering this single workflow replaces a repetitive manual task with a structured, analytical process that fits directly into your professional output.